Hi everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my happy place. I have a really fun little project today. It can be for any time, but it's Christmas, so I'm gonna make it kind of Christmassy. But I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna turn it into this or something like it. So from a new little gift card tin to a old little trinket box. I have in mine, I have little bits of ephemera. You can put anything in. So this one does have a Christmas theme because it is December. So yeah, just thought I'd show you how I did it. So I started with this tin from Dollarama, this little gift card holder, and I'm just gonna open it up. Oh, there we go. This was wedged in there, so I'll just take that out. It's got a little sticky on it. That's not too bad in there, it'll be okay. And then it's got this nice little flocked card holder. I'll probably find a use for, but not for this project. So I've got my top and my bottom, and they're shiny new, and I don't want them to be. I want them to have a vintage look. So the first thing that I'm going to do with them is rough them up. And for that, I'm going to use my emery boards. This one's kind of lost a lot of its grit, but I'm going to use it till it's done. But it's kind of messy. You can use sandpaper for this too. These emery boards don't take up a lot of space in my area, so I always have a couple on hand, and they're cheap. But see, I'm just sort of taking the paint off in places where it would naturally wear, and then where I'm not taking it off, it's roughed up a little bit. So I'll probably speed through this and spare you. There. So I don't want to sand it right down. I just want to rough it up on the edges where it would naturally wear. And I also wanted to take off the sheen and rough up the top and the bottom a bit so that, you know, the paper will stick to it better. So that's what I've done. It's a little bit messy, so I'm going to take a little piece of tissue, give them a dusting. And I'm gonna quickly just shake this off in the garbage. Well, first thing that I need to do now is decide what I want to cover it with. And this one I covered with this old German text. I think it's from a Mennonite Bible. I don't know because I don't speak German, but this is the book. It's been repaired a couple times, but it's totally falling apart. It's got some cute artwork in it, but because it's, you know, it's in really rough shape, I don't mind using the pages. So the only thing with it being in a language I don't speak is that I don't know if it says anything appropriate or inappropriate, but I'm just going with, I really like the text, and it says well, it says like Matthew 10:28 on it, so that's why I'm thinking it's a Bible. Plus which we have a really high Mennonite population where I live, so I'm thinking that that must be what it is. So anyhow, yeah, I'm just going to use a page in here, and let's find one with lots of text. There, that's a good one. And I guess I'll need two if I'm going to put one on the top as well. There, okay. Yeah, I got that from a Mission thrift store for like $2 or something. So repurposing. So there we go. Got those for my top and my bottom. And it just nicely fits. There's a little bit of an edging around it. That's okay. But it goes right to the top and the bottom really, really well. So I'm going to glue both of these down. And I'm going to use, I'm just going to use a little bit of Mod Podge to do it. And I need my cheapo paintbrush. Could use a bigger one, I guess, on that surface, but this will work. I don't want to make it too heavy, but I don't want to make it too thin either, so there. Just put it on. Brushing it's nice. I can get a fairly even coat on it. It's getting away from me. There. Okay. That'll work for the front. So I'm just gonna put it down and make sure that it's where I want it to go, sort of in the center. Oh. There we go. I'm just gonna make sure there's no air bubbles or anything. Could use music paper, like a music score. That would be really pretty too. Maybe for the next one. I'm just gonna leave that like that for a minute and do this one. And same thing, just sort of wiggle it around till I get it right where I want it. You have a few minutes with the Mod Podge. There. Now, if you didn't want to use a whole sheet, you could also, you know, tear and paste and do a collage. That would be fun. There's so many options. Okay. So this one, you'll see it comes down pretty close to the bottom of the. It's just a nice size paper. I would cut that if it didn't, like here. So actually, if I just run my fingernail in there. I can see exactly where I want to cut it. There. And I'm going to cut the corners just a little bit like that, but I'm also going to make 2 little slits, just like this, so that it will help the paper go around that curve a little better. Now, I'm going to go and make sure my edges are nicely glued and attached. And I'm going to put my paper down over top, just like this. There, let's seal it. And we're just going to go all the way around and do that. Just make sure it sticks good. I'll cut that off. There. Got a little lift going on there. Okay. There, like that. I'll cut these off when it dries. I'm going to do not the same. I don't want to do it on the bottom because I don't want it to go up too high, because then it'll stop the lid from closing. So yeah, just like this. I just want to go around like that. So I just want to make sure my corners are all stuck down pretty good. Okay, there we go. And I'll just let that dry a bit. Seems to be kind of wrinkling on the bottom, so I'm just going to take, I have a gift card. Looks like a puppy got a hold of that. I'm just going to smooth it out. If the glue's a little thick in places, it can cause the paper to kind of wrinkle. But if you catch it before it's dry, you can smooth it out. And I'm not worried too much about the top because I'm going to be putting other things on top of it. So I'll just leave that. This one's good. And I'll leave that for a minute. So I'm going to seal this, but before I do, I'm just going to quickly go around and kind of ink it a bit. There we go. And I'll do that for that one after. But for now, because my brush is still wet, I just want to get this sealed. That's good. Let's leave that like that. Bottom. Okay, well, this one's dry enough now that I can finish working it. So I'm going to take my emery board again, and I'm just going to go around the edges, just like that, at an angle. You can see how it's wearing it down. There. Well, look at that. That came out so good. Yeah. Go around, smooth it off. If there's any glue or paper that went up the edge, this will take it off. I'm not going to fuss too much. Just a little. There. Yep, got that dusty again. Yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm going to just go around with this. So that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna try seal it. Hopefully I don't take any of that distress ink off the metal parts, but we'll see. There, so that's the bottom, pretty much done. So I'll just put that off to the side. You know what? It can go right there. And this one now is nice and sealed and dry, so I'm going to put my glue away. I'm going to go wash my brush properly, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have got my bottom and my top, and I've gone off and found some things to decorate with. I've got 2 different shades of green plaid I can use for a border. This one's got the red. I kind of like it. It works as a frame for the image, but I don't know which one I'm going to use. And I was going to use, because I have another little old-fashioned Christmas tree decorating scene, and I really liked it, but then I'm doing the same thing again, and I didn't really want to. So I thought, oh, what can I use? And I found some tissue with these beautiful cardinals on it. So I thought, oh, I wonder what that would look like. So I took a little piece of paper and kind of singled one out and thought, yeah, that's really cute. Except I don't want to put it on white. Can't put it on the green. It'll get washed out completely. So I'm going to put it on a piece of kind of cream colored cardstock, just a scrap from another project. And I'm going to cut my card out first, just to make sure that I get that in the right place. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna use this as my guide too, as my measurement, because that worked out good on that tin, so it should work out good on this one. So I'll just give it a quick snip. There, that's good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna put these out of the way while I attach that. I'm gonna use my glue stick, which is right here. And I'm just gonna get a good covering on here and try not to get too many lumps. I don't know, does it do that when it's drying out? I don't know. I don't use glue sticks a whole lot. They do have their place, and when I use them, I love them. So, up there. I think that should work. I hope that should work. And now I kind of like that bird there. Maybe I'll put that on my dark base. We can see it better through this. And I just kind of want to get it in the center, sort of, kind of close. There. see. I think that'll be okay. We got a little bit of somebody else's beak in there, but that's all right. Yeah, that's good. Now I'll just put this back and cut it out. I'm gonna flip it over. Oh, look at that, using up scraps again there. I could have wrapped that around the edge too. That would have been okay. That would have given it a nice edge. But too late. Maybe next time. Let's see. Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh well. This will be okay too. I just didn't think of that on time. It's okay. You know, art in any form is kind of a lifelong learning project. When you stop learning, it kind of gets boring. So I learned that next time I do this, I'm gonna wrap it right around. But for now, that is okay. Okay, so I have, it's a green box. You know, I'm gonna put the bottom and the top together just so I can have a good look. I've got this one, which is pretty on its own, but it just doesn't work. There's just not enough contrast. No, definitely not. This one, it's very close to the base in color. So I was thinking that that might be nice, and it is, because the bird also has that green in it. So that's really pretty, I think. There. So I'm going to do the edges of this card with my ink before I glue it down. Put it in the other way. Maybe it'll cut through the tissue better. Oh yeah. Now I'll just peel that. Or snip it. I'm scared of tearing it. Oh, it's on the back of my scissors. They're sticking to things. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like the rounded corners. And I also like the cream colored cardstock as a base because it's looks more aged than the pure white wood. Yeah, so now let's see. I give it a little bit of a border like that. So I'm going to glue it down. And it feels really tacky from the glue stick, so I'm going to use a non-water-based glue so it doesn't get too saturated with wet. So I'm going to use my acetate glue. I just want things to dry nice, and I don't want them to wrinkle a whole bunch, so there. And just put it, give it a bit of border. I can always trim it off after if I don't give it, if I give it too much. That'll be good. That's a good start. It's kind of lifting at the edges just a little, which I would have, that wouldn't have happened if I had rolled the edges under. It's like I said, next time. Okay. All right, I'm going to use my cutter for this too, just to make sure that I get nice straight lines. I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want that to be. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's okay. So I fit on the box now. Like that. I'm going to trim it right there. I might have a bit bigger on the, might be a little bit longer on the bottom, so I'm going to maybe put a Merry Christmas or something there. Let's see. Let's see if it fits the box. And it does. I can still take more off if I want to. I just haven't taken off too much, so that's good. So I went rooting through my lace as well. And oh, here, I'm gonna just do this quick before I forget. If I go on to something else, I'll forget to do it. I'll lay it down, glue it down, and go, oh snap. So, just gonna get rid of that white line. Can't really see it on the green, the distressing, but can a little bit. But that white line is gone, and that was my main goal. I still may round those corners. Yep, I'm gonna do that too. I'm just making it up as I go anyway, so there. Go over where it's lifting a bit. There. Okay, let's see. Now, my lace. So I have this pretty lace, and it's got some gold on it. I don't know if that shows up or not, but it's really quite pretty. So I want to use that. I don't think there's a front or a back either, so that makes things really easy too. So let's see. I put some here, like that, and I put this up here like this. It's going over the edge. I don't know if I want that. Come on down. Oh, it's sticking. There. Just line it up there. I want to see some of that text because the type is so pretty. There, just like that. Well, that'll be good. But if I do that, I have to cut the card. I've left it too long. Well, like I said, I can take it off. I'm just going to mark with my pencil or something. I have a pencil. I'm just going to mark with my pencil where I want it. So I'm going to make these the same. I'm just going to take it down like that. And about like that. There we go. Got that the right way. Okay, there. This one's just a teeny little piece of the edge. There. Okay. Yeah, I gotta round those corners again. Okay, there, that's that. Now let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. What I did for this one was I laid out, I attached it to my card first. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it on the narrow side first though, because that will determine how much of it I show, like how much of the lace gets covered up by the card. So if I do this, come on. There, well, about like that. Okay. All right. And this part, honestly, I kind of wing it. I'm going to use some of this tape. This two-sided tape. Because I just feel like it will not be as sticky to deal with as glue, because the glue is going to come through the holes in the lace and it's going to get everywhere. So let's see, I'll do this side first and see how it works. Okay, put it the right way, Lauren. So I want to kind of find the center of the design. So I'm going to put the there, I'm just going to put that rounded part kind of in the middle of my card. It's still sticky through, but it's not wet. It's okay. And then I'm going to cut it right there and right here. Okay, and I'm going to go down to the bottom and do the same down there. Okay. All right. There, I'll use this one for the middle. Kind of line it up the same way I did the other one. There. And I'm going to cut it off in the same place. Now, I don't want this to show when I put the side pieces down, so I have to cut it off, but I don't want to go straight up. I want my corners to join. So what I did with this one was I cut it at a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to go in from my corner, just like that. I don't know how well you could see that. I'll show you again. I'm going to cut the excess off back here. Yes, I am. There. See, there's a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to do that on this side and those sides. There. Now, I didn't plan this part, but I didn't put my tape all the way to the edge because I had these rounded corners. But it worked out really well because I could cut in nicely and there's no extra overhang or anything. So this one, it's going to get cut the same way, just like that, and like this. And there. Oh. Okay, so that's what it looks like on this side. Yeah, that's going to be pretty, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same on these edges. Exactly the same. There. Neat stuff, that. Okay. I will take one side off at a time to prevent sticking something down on the other side when I'm not ready for it. Now this one, find the middle again. So it sort of takes two of them right in the middle there, nice. If I did it that way, well, that works too. Okay, there we go, do it that way. I think I left more on that than I did on the others. I'll bring it down just as a smidgen. Right like that. I'm going to trim it again. There we go. One more side. Right about there. Try it again. Right about there. Okay, now I have to do a 45-degree angle again, and I'm okay with a little overlap. I'd rather have some overlap than a gap, so I'm just going to go under and trim like that. Let's see. That's okay. That works. Same on this corner. There's my cut from the first one, so I'll just go in a little. There. And I can always fine-tune trim after. Okay. Like that little piece that's kind of sticking out. This ribbon is crinkly because it was one of those ones that was gathered, and I just took the gathers out, but it's still kind of wrinkled. There, let's make sure that's underneath that. I'll cut that little guy. There. That's okay. And this one. What is that? Oh, I feel like this one's not going to work out as nice. We'll see. We'll see. There. It's got that thing sticking up. No biggie, I'll just cut it off. There. Okay, let's see what happens when I put it down on top. Oh gosh, that's just pretty, hey? Okay. So I'm going to use this glue again because it's strong, holds really well, and I do want this to stick. There we go. That should work. Trim my letterings right side up and right in the middle. Let's see if I can crisscross those a bit while my glue's wet. There, just to get this stay together a little bit better. There. Oh, that's pretty. And I like it. Well, this one needed a little trim or something on it. And I kind of feel like I want to do the same thing for this one. About something like that. Little, oh yeah. What do you think? Little tiny beads? I think so. Oh, do I have enough? I don't know if I have enough on this. No, that's okay. I have more. There, put that in there. It'll get used up somewhere. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to do it like a book. One for there, one for there, one there, and one there, and a little extra in case I didn't do that right. Okay. I'm going to put my seam at the bottom. Oh, this little piece. I'm just going to get rid of that. I think I'm going to use my knife. And just go along the edge. There. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this because that's right. It sticks really good. See if I can get a really fine bead going. Well, it dries clear anyway, so I'm just going to do it to that corner. second till it grabs it really good. There. That went on really well. I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom here. I want to run away. This glue's great though, it just rubs off. If you can get it before it's cured, it just rubs off. There, let's see. Where do I need to? Right. That'll be my last bead. Just give it a snip. There. No, that's pretty. I like that. Now, I didn't get my little sentiment there. I was going to put Merry Christmas, and I still can. So I could either put a word across there, or I could put a little bow there too. Choices, choices, choices. Let's see. Okay, maybe this little scrap goodie box. Sometimes there's fun things in it that go really well. Sometimes there's not. Nope. Or I could put a sticker down. Merry and Christmas. Doesn't really go though, does it? Oh, I have this. That's cute. I wonder if I can age it. It's too white, but let's see if I can do something about that. Got to do the edges for sure. The paper's still too white, so I think I'll just go in and do this a little. How do we do? Oh, well that's cute. Oh, I like that. What if it had a little something under it that was just a little something something? Scrap paper bin. Where's all these itty bitties? Okay, I could either do a piece of red paper. I like that. I could do a little piece of like red lace. Oh, I already got lace, so let's try this. I'm gonna try and tear it. I like a tear edge better than a cut edge sometimes. Just gives it a little bit more character. There, like that. Okay, so I'm going to tear it before I glue that down because I have learned to do that. Sometimes if you don't, then I tear it and I glued it down and I tear my paper and I tear it in the wrong place or I ruin the whole thing and then I'm sad. So I'll just do that. And of course you can't have everything else distressed and darkened and not this piece, so this piece is going to get some too. There. It's okay. Covers up the poinsettia, but that's okay. Like that. Could be offset. Yeah, that's okay too. I like that. I like a symmetry. Okay, I think that works. The only other thing that just popped in my head that might work nice too is a ribbon. Let's see, what does a ribbon look like under there? Kind of like that, actually. Let's see, I'm gonna just trim that. I'm going to give it a little flick with my Bic. Keep it from fraying, and then let's see if I put that there. What if I cut it off right there? Oh, and then I'm going to bend it in half. Am I going off screen? I hope I'm not going off screen. Okay, right about there. Let's give that a little big flick too. Let's keep it from fraying a little bit. There we go. Okay. Because I thought if I wanted it to hang over a little bit. Maybe make it look like that's was the intention all along. I'm going to do that too. See if I can get it the same angle. Well, it's pretty close. I'm happy. Now, oh, there. That's cute. I like that better. Except I don't like it on both sides. Telling me crazy. My daughter loves symmetry. She's very logical. I like asymmetry. Drives her nuts sometimes. There. How's that? Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to glue this down on the ribbon first. I'll just use this. I was debating about using a little piece of tape again because that works really nice. But I think I'm going to use that glue. What? Come here. Okay. Glad I used the glue. It's kind of repositionable. There. Now that's freeing. There. Okay. Just like that. I'm just going to run the length of the card underneath. That's it, because it will go through the ribbon. There. Well, that was really fun. I like that. What do you think? Oh no, did I glue? I didn't glue it shut. There. Oh, I'll go in and clean that up a bit. There's some glue on the inside. That's okay. We'll fix that. But there. And that was really fun. If you give that a try, I'd love to see what you make. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook under Evermore Digitals. Thanks so much for coming out and spending time with me again today. I really appreciate it a lot. So we'll see you again. Have a good one.